Hi, this is Michelle. Today we are going to draw a adorable little brownie in Procreate. I will walk you through this step by step from creating the sketch to the outline, adding flat colors, and finishing it off with shadings, highlights, and textures to bring it to life. And just like always, I will only be using Procreate default brush, so you can follow this along easily. If you're new here, I'm post cute drawing tutorials like this regularly on this channel, so make sure to hit like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you won't miss any further episodes. Now let's get started. Let's start by creating a new canvas. I'm using screen size so it fits my iPad screen perfectly. For our rough sketch, I'm picking the 6B pencil from the sketching set. Let's start by sketching a 3D rounded cube, like a little cube but with soft, curved corners and sides to keep it cute. I'm quite like using the 6B pencil for sketching, because it's perfect for soft, natural draft lines. Now inside this cube, let's draw two horizontal curved lines across to divide it into 3 layers. The top and bottom will be our chocolate cake layers, and the middle will be the creamy filling. Then we're gonna sketch a wiggly chocolate drip on the top surface, letting it run slightly down the edges. Just draw some randomly wiggly lines like this. I think the base shape of this brownie is a little too wide, not high enough. As using the Freedom transform tool to change the shape a little bit, make it more higher, and reposition it a little bit. Okay, it looks nice. Then let's change these 2 lines into some wiggly lines instead to make it more natural. Next, on the base layer, let's draw some tiny cookie pieces randomly. Just draw some random shape like this. Okay, now on top of the brownie, let's draw a swirl of cream, like soft serve ice cream. Now let's draw cherry on top. Draw a small circle with a little stem. Finally, let's add a happy little face on the front of the brownie cube. 2 small circles for eyes. And then a U-shaped smile. And then draw 2 small cheeks. Now let's use the eraser tool to tidy up the lines. Now let's outline our drawing. Let's lower our sketch layer's opacity to around 30%. Then create a new layer at the bottom. I'm using the studio pen from the inking set for clean bold lines. Let's choose the dark brown color. Just carefully chase the entire drawing, including the drips, the 3D cube, the layers. We can change the pressure of the pen to change the thickness of the lines. I'm quite like using the studio pen because the lines looks quite natural when I'm painting. Don't forget to paint the details of the edges. Then use the dark red color to paint the cherry's outline. Then use this light orange color for the cream. Finally, let's add more details for the drawing, including the cherry, the cream, and the brownie. Now let's use black color to draw her face. Then change to this pink color to draw her cheeks. Okay, now we finish our outline drawing. Let's inactive the draft layer and also double check our outline drawing again. Now tap our outline layer and select reference. This let us drop colors neatly inside of the outlines while coloring on different layers. It's time to add some colors. Let's create a new layer under the outline layer. Then let's pick this brown color for the chocolate drips and also the cookie pieces at the bottom. Now let's change to this darker brown color to paint the cookies in the shade areas. Let's also paint the chocolate chips in the shade areas as well using this brown color. Since we are using the reference function, I'm gonna directly using the brush to paint this side. Otherwise, you can also inactive the reference function and create a new layer to paint these areas. Then create a new layer and choose this brown color for the cake layers. Make sure to change darker color to paint the shadow areas. Same for the chocolate cream layer. Then let's use the white color to paint the cream on top. You can check it when you open the layers. And then choose right color for the cherry. Now it's time to give a background a warm, light orange color. Probably using this color. Okay, let's add it into our cover palette. Then we finish our coloring. Let's inactive the reference function. Now let's add shading and highlights to make it pop. Okay, to do that, let's create a new layer above the coloring layer. Tap on it and select the clipping mask. This means anything you paint will only show up on the areas you have already colored underneath. Super handy for clean shading. Then let's choose this dark brown color. Then don't forget to tap the little N symbol, then select multiply. Then let's start shading the brownie. The multiply darkens your color naturally, which makes it perfect for adding soft, realistic shadows. Let's assume the light is coming from the top left corner and giving our brownie a nice 3D effect. Then tap 2 fingers on the layers to change the opacity to around 35%. Makes the color more natural. Same for the other parts. Okay, next it's time to paint the highlights. Let's create a new layer on top and change it to clipping mask as well. And choose the white color to paint the highlight. Basically around the top left corner for each pieces. For the top chocolate chips, I'm gonna add more highlight areas on the top surface. Then let's change the opacity to 30%. Same for the other parts. Then let's add a new layer on top. Let's add more highlights to the top left to make it look more shiny and cute. Now let's paint the texture. Let's create a new layer on top and change it to clipping mask. Then change the blend mode to multiply. Let's choose this dark brown color. And for texture, I'm using the noise brush from the materials site. And then just gently brush a slightly darker color over the shadow areas to give our drawing a soft, grainy texture, like a real brownie. Same for the other parts. Now let's paint the texture around the highlight areas. Create a new layer on top and change it to clipping mask. And then let's choose this really light yellow color to paint the highlight areas. Same for the other parts. Now let's draw the shadow on the ground. Let's create a new layer at the bottom. And then change to this orange color. And don't forget to change the layer blend mode to multiply. Now let's change our brush back to Studio Pen. Then paint the shadow on the ground, something like this. Finally, let's change the opacity to around 60%. Okay, now time to add some decoration on the background. Let's create a new layer at the bottom. And choose the same orange color. Let's paint a random shape on the background. Something like this. Now I want to give it a grading color for this shape. Let's use the freehand selection tool to choose the top areas. Then change the feather to around 33%. Now let's tap the hue, saturation, brightness under the adjustments. Then just slightly change the color to a pinkish and a lighter color like this. Then I'm gonna change the opacity of this layer to 35%. Next, let's swipe the layer to the left and then tap the duplicate button. Then let's choose the freeform transform tool to rotate it and resize the shape a little bit. I'm gonna change the other shape as well. Just make sure that it looks more balanced on the background. Next, let's back to the outline layer and change the color to white. Let's draw some stars for the decoration on the background. Let's resize it a little bit. And here you go, your super cute 3-layer brownie. I hope you had fun drawing this with me today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any further tutorials. Thanks for watching. See you next time.